Okay, so I was going through some stuff and I realized I did not do this video yet. So thankfully, we are 8 days away from the season. So I mean, I still had a bunch of time to get this done. But I can check this off my list. For the past, I think it's been 2 years. I think I've done this for 2 years. I have done basically what I think are my favorite games of the year for this coming season. And I have I think two honorable mentions. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, two honorable mentions here. Honestly, I could have made a list of 20. There, there was so many where it's like I could add this in here, I could put this in here, and I took some out because it's like maybe I'm thinking too high on this. Like there was Arizona and Kansas City, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna hold off on that. I think I'm gonna not do that one, just because I don't know. Now I do have Kansas City on here, but I don't know how to feel about um, Arizona going into the season. D Hop is obviously suspended 6 or 7 games, whatever it is, to start the season. So it's like teams like that. Like I don't like the Browns. I'm not touching the Browns. It's there's a lot of like top tier teams, and there's gonna be repetitive like same teams are on here a lot, and we'll get to them. But I couldn't put some games on there because I just don't know how to feel about them, and I like to keep this at 10. I don't like to 20 is just then it's like okay, well then I could switch this game here instead of that. And it took me long enough to make this list because it was really hard to say what games am I looking forward to the most. And I literally sat down for half an hour and I'm like, okay, do I want this here? Do I want that there? So I might change my mind mid recording here. We'll see. I'm gonna try not to. But it's just sometimes I just don't know exactly how I want to feel. If I like where the spotting is for that game. Now we'll get into honor mentions. First one here, I'm just gonna go real quick into it. Chargers, Chiefs. My pick to win the AFC West, excuse me, is the Chargers. Chargers Chiefs has past 2 years has just been amazing. A lot of good games, a lot of games down to the wire. That game, that Thursday night game last year with the walk off with Kelsey after the Chargers defense forgot how to play defense and tackle. That was a fun game. That week was it week 2 or week 3 last year in Arrowhead. Where the Chargers, I believe the Chargers won. I'd have to go back. I think the Chargers won that. So I believe it was they tied 1-1 last year. So I expect another 1-1 tie maybe. You still have Mahomes. You still have Travis Kelce. You still have a pretty good offense. The Chiefs defense has never been the strong point of this team. Even on their Super Bowl run, like I didn't think the Chiefs defense was that good. Yes, they were good. They were good enough to make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, but I couldn't put them as like top tier, like top 3 defense, top 5 defense. So the strong point has always been Mahomes, has always been Travis Kelce, and now they have to try to do it without Tyreek Hill. So that's why I'm gonna have the Chiefs on here because there's a couple games where it's just like these are really hype games. But it'll be really interesting to see how the Chiefs do without Tyreek Hill. My personal opinion, I'm not a big fan of MVS, but he's the new deep threat for the Chiefs. So we'll see. I don't think MVS really did. Some Packer fans love him, some Packer fans hate him. It's just I think he was kind of overrated. It just wasn't that good. But wish him well, former Packer. I wish every former Packer well. Despite if I, like them or not, they're a former Packer, so, I'll support them. So, if MVS has a crazy game or crazy series, season this year, I'll be like, okay, well, I wish you did that in Green Bay, but, I'm happy for you. Next, another Chiefs game here. This is basically a rematch of, the Super Bowl. They had a very crazy, whatever week 14 or 15 or what, I think it was it 2 years ago now? Basically, they played a lot in recent history. Mahomes and Brady Fun game. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I went on strike for that game. But I think this will be interesting. This will be kind of fun. I can't wait to see this game. I can't wait to see these QBs duke it out again. That's another thing. There's a lot of repetitive, like really good top tier QBs in this list too. So if you know, you know. But it's just I can't put like Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. I can't put on here. I can't do. I don't know how well Tua's going to do, so I'm not going to put Tua and the Dolphins. Like, they're not on the list. Spoiler alert, they're not on the list. I don't know how some of these mid-tier QBs are going to do because, the offense revolves around most of the time revolves around the QB. So, you're going to have Mahomes on this list. You're going to have Brady on this list. And it's just, yeah. So, those are the honorable mentions. Now to get into it, number 10, I have Packers Eagles. This is not the wrap up, but this is Sunday night. Was it 4 days after Thanksgiving, whatever it is, 3 days, 4 days after Thanksgiving? This is basically that long stretch of Thursday football. There's I think college football Friday, Saturday. I believe there's actually NFL football Saturday too or something. We have NFL football Sunday, NFL football Monday. Like there's a lot of football over Thanksgiving weekend. Obviously this is the first stretch here. We're gonna have Christmas Day, which I don't know if I have a Christmas Day game on this list. I can't remember. But I'm excited for this game. I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is underrated. I think, especially they just had another trade. Just was it 2 days ago now? Right before the deadline for the roster cuts and whatnot, or right around the deadline of that. And so I think the Eagles I think they're going to win the East, and I think you get matched up with them in the playoffs. I think a year two Jalen Hurts, who made the playoffs with that terrible Eagles team. I did not think they were that good last year, and they made the playoffs. I think they can go win maybe a game or two, maybe not win the Super Bowl, but I think they are contenders to at least go deep in the playoffs this year. And the Packers, I being unbiased, I gotta see this defense work in person. If you have not seen, I have videos up on my channel. I went to a Saints-Packers joint practice, and then I just went to a normal training camp practice. And I think this Packers defense is top 3 in the league this year. Heading into week 1, I'm going to say that. I'm going to be flat out top 3. I think they're that good of a defense, especially again, because I got to see it in person. So I'm excited for this game. I'm excited to see how the Packers, deal with running QBs, because obviously, last year, Lamar wasn't out there for the Ravens game, but you had Huntley out there who was running around. I'm excited to see year 2 of Joe Barry, how they're going to handle these running QBs, and just I'm excited for this Packers defense here. So, and obviously it's Aaron Rodgers. So, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. So that's number 10. Number 9, another Packers game. This is Packers-Bucks. Again in Tampa, just like 2 years ago. I do think this year is going to be different. I think it's going to be a lot closer. Maybe the Bucks win, but I think this game is going to be a lot closer than it was. I'm going to pause that. 2 years ago, I don't think it's going to be 38-3 again. It might be a field goal wins the game with like 24-21, 31-28 or something like that. Yes, the Packers, no Devontae Adams and whatnot, but I don't feel like the Bucks this year are the Bucks that went on this to win the Super Bowl. It feels like they've kind of progressively gotten a little worse and worse each year. And it's essentially the same roster. Defense, I believe they lost a couple key components on defense over the past 2 years. Is Tristan Wirfs still one? I forget who's out. Brady, basically one of Brady's best O-line members is like out for the season or something like that. So it's just the Bucks this year, heading into this year before week 1, they don't feel like the Bucks when Brady first got there. So that's why I think this will be closer. It's still Brady, still Rodgers. Most likely still going to get a fun game here. So, I'm excited for this one. I had to put it in my top 10 just because it's a rematch. And, we're 0-2, but we'll make it 1-2. Maybe we'll make it 2-0 if we see him in the playoffs. Who knows? Number 8 on the list here, Bills Chiefs. I could not put this in my top 5. I can't put the Chiefs. I don't think I have a single Chiefs game in my top 5. If I do, well, whoops. This game, obviously, rematch of last year, the whole coin flip thing. I promise you, the week leading up and 20 times during the game, especially if this goes into OT, we're going to hear nonstop coin flip, coin flip, coin flip, coin flip, coin flip. That's all we're going to hear, especially if this goes into OT. They are not going to talk about anything else. They're going to, like, it's, that's all it's going to be is the coin flip. Now, again, you lose Tyreek Hill, so how are they going to look without Tyreek Hill? I think the Bills' defense is good. I think I'd put them top 3. I think I would put them top 3 because I feel like they're a little bit better than last year. And last year they were a top 10, probably top 5 defense. So I think I would definitely put Bills top 3 defense too. So I might have to make a video on my top 10 defenses. Because I think I would have the Saints up there. That Saints defense was pretty cool to see in person. Anyway, that's not the point of the video. But, keep an eye out for that because I might make a video on that for my top 10 defenses. So I think, Bills defense got better. Obviously, again, it's still Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. So we'll see what happens. This is basically like the Peyton Manning-Brady rivalry. That's what this is becoming. Even though I believe Peyton Manning didn't have a lot of success early on. So Peyton Manning kind of taking the role, or Josh Allen's taking the role of Peyton Manning so far. Because I believe, I forget, I think it only has like 1 win against Patrick Mahomes and every time they've met so far, I think. So, just excited. This is, obviously, it's October, middle of October the 16th. So, we'll see. Let's see, 10, 9, 8. So, this is 7 here. What am I supposed to say about this? This is Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, better O-line for the Bengals. I think the Bengals have possibly a top 10 defense around there. It's Tom Brady. It's, Mike Evans. It's, pretty good O-line, pretty good overall offense, pretty good defense. This is in Tampa too, so I'm expecting this to be maybe game of the year. Underrated game of the year. I could not put it higher just because again, I don't know how to feel about the Bucs this year. And, there's a lot of discussion of, well, will the Bengals even make it back? Are they going to make the playoffs? Blah, 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 blah. I think they make the playoffs. I do. I think they at least make the playoffs. I think they can win their division. I don't know if I see them going all the way back to the Super Bowl. But, I think that they can at least make, the playoffs and, maybe wild card. Maybe they get the 1 seed and they lose in the divisional or something like that. So I'm excited for this game. But again, there's so many games here where it's like, I can't put it above this team because that team and this team feel better. They feel more complete to me and whatnot. So that's why they're here at, what did I say, 7? Yeah, so, again, maybe underrated game of the year. This is December football. So this is going to be implications for AFC and NFC. So just be on the lookout. Obviously, December football and January football are the time of the year for, to make the playoffs. You get in, you start over at 0-0 in the playoffs, and from there, you just got to win 4 games. Anything is possible. Bengals just showed that last year. So, yeah. Coming in at number 6. First time the Rams are on this list. Another, third time the Bucs are on this list. This is a rematch of week 5. I think it was it last year, week 5, I want to say, of the match that was in LA. Now this is going over into the Bucs. I forget what the Bucs stadium is called. So again, November football, so we're starting to ramp up, get ready for, playoffs in 2 months after this game. So I expect fireworks, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp. I just expect this might be like a 40-point, well, maybe one team doesn't get to 40, but mid-30s. Both teams get the mid-30s here. I don't know if anyone gets to 40. I just think that these offenses are too highly powered to say, hey, like, The defenses are going to shut these guys down because I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, really, the Rams didn't really shut down Tom Brady in that offense last year either. Again, that was like October, like the first week of October. So you're getting into November where people are starting to click with other people. Things are starting to flow and whatnot. So maybe this Rams defense can kind of slow down Brady, but again, by the time November, December rolls around, it's a different Brady than it is in September, unless you're facing the Saints. So I expect a lot of fun with this game, a lot of fireworks, possibly again high scoring. They just played in the playoffs last year too. How could I forget that? How did I forget that? Just very interesting. And the Rams had what, like a 21 point lead or whatever, 24 point lead, and Tom Brady almost let a comeback for the Bucs last year in the playoffs too. So again, you get to later in the season, Tom Brady can do anything to you. Like that's just how it is. So we'll see how this game shapes up. I'm very interested. Coming in at number 5 here, rivalry game, big rivalry game. I think last year kind of ignited the Bengals Ravens rivalry again. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Like the AFC North, you could have 3 terrible teams and 1 good team, and that good team could lose to 2 out of 3 terrible teams. Like the AFC North is so bloodthirsty towards each other. Like they don't care if they're bad. If you beat the other team in the AFC North, that's bragging rights until either the next game or the next season, depending on when you see them next. So I think that things are ramping up again. We have Bengals good, Ravens are good. We'll see with the Browns, and Steelers are going to be interesting. I still think the Steelers have a pretty good defense, maybe a top 10, top 15 defense, somewhere in there. The AFC North is getting good all around, basically. So I'm interested because this feels like 2000s football when you had a lot of good players out there, and I'm just excited for this game. So I don't know. I'm not gonna pick a winner, but I'm expecting fireworks. Might be a big running game for Mixon. Maybe Lamar has to run a lot to avoid that Bengals defense, because I think that Bengals defense will be pretty good. So I'm just expecting a lot of fun from this game. Number 4, did I say I didn't have the Chiefs in my top 5? I don't remember. Or was that the Bucs? I don't know. Whatever. Number 4, Rams, Chiefs. Last time, I believe did they have that in here? Yeah, this was their last meeting. 54-51, Rams won that one back in 2018. So I don't know if we're going to get another one of those games. That was, I think that was Mexico City. I believe they played, I think it was Mexico City. It was not in the U.S. I remember that. I think it was Mexico. I think they played in Mexico last year. It was Jared Goff last time, and he threw for, he didn't throw for all 51 or 54 points, but they that game was insane. So if Matthew Stafford had been there instead of Jared Goff, that might have been like a 65-62 game or something like that. I'm interested to see what happens here. Obviously, again, Chiefs defense, again, I'm going to repeat this. I don't think they're the strong point of the team. I don't think they're that good. That's why, again, they let up 51 last time. 51 last time they let up. So, it's on the back of that offense. And even, again, Aaron Donald was playing last time, and, even he couldn't stop Mahomes. So, I don't know what this game is going to look like. If we get another classic that's, 48-45 or something like that, just, oh my God. I could watch that. That game might be fun to go back and watch for a video or something. But that's got to be number 4 here, just because, again, the first time they're meeting in the regular season since that, what is considered to be one of the best all-time regular season games ever. So, can they repeat that? I don't know. Now, top 3. This is, I think week 17 here. So, this is gonna be do or die for the 1 seed, the 2 seed, maybe the 3. Well, I don't know. Top 3 seed. I think both of these teams are gonna be top 3 seed here. Um, I don't even know what to say. I think the hype speaks for itself. I think the game just will live up to expectations. Again, this is January football. We're weeks away from the playoffs by the time this game rolls around. So I don't know what I can say to really hype this up because it already feels like it's going to be hyped up enough. And it just feels like it's a top 3 game instantly. Like the second the schedule came out, it's like, okay, well, yes, let's see this game. Oh, you're gonna put it at the end of the year? Okay, that's now we're talking here. So this is gonna be implications for the AFC seeding and whatnot. So I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know what to say just because this is like it's crazy. Number 2. Oh, okay. I guess it didn't load. Come on. There we go. Rams, Buffalo, Bills, week 1 kickoff, which we're, again, 8 days away. Woo! Can't wait. I think this could be the Super Bowl this year. I really think it could. I think it could have been, it could have been last year, but, defense, the Buffalo Bills defense just didn't, They weren't exactly ready for Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs last year. So, I mean, this is already getting hyped up. Again, it's been hyped up since, the schedule release, since we found out who the opener was going to be. Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, 2 very good defenses. What else can I say? I don't know what else I can say here. Bills, they played, 35-32 in 2020. That was with Goff. Wow. I think I remember that game. I think I do. Was that the penalty game? That might have been a penalty game. I can't, maybe that was a different game. Yeah, I see. I don't know what to say. We'll get to number 1 too, but I don't know what to say for these top 3 because it just, they're probably going to be that good. Like, I could say, this, and this. And it's like, okay, well, expectations are exceeded when the game actually starts and, by the time it ends. So, I think, again, it's week 1. So, I can't be like, this is, mid-season. This is towards the end of the season. Because they're not going to be tip-top shape, best of the best. So, it's week 1. That's what I'll say. Just you got to keep it down a little bit, but this is going to be a fun game. This, again, might be the Super Bowl game. So, but I got to put something above that. And, oh my God, of course. Of course. Number 1 on my list, I've seen so many people talk about this game outside, outside of Packers, outside of Bills. I think, again, it's Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers. You're going to have 2 very good defenses out there. This is in Buffalo. This is the day before Halloween. So, this is going to be a crazy game. And this is around mid-season. So, this is where, things start to click and whatnot. So, I think this is going to be game of the year. I think it is. It might only be a 31-28 game or, 24-21. It might not be high scoring just because, again, you have 2 top 10 defenses. Okay, well then, this, I'm in my opinion, this is the NFL.com, but I think the Packers are top 10. I mean, I think I put them around 6, maybe a little higher than 6. But I don't know what else I can say about this. I just think that this game speaks for itself. I think this is going to be possibly game of the year contender. I don't know I'm struggling to just find words here just because I think this will be so much fun. Again, it's not going to be early season where it's like, okay, well, if they faced off mid-season, this game would be different, blah, blah, blah. This is mid-season. This is around week 7, I think it is. week 7 or 8, something like that. So I have nothing else to say. I just think this will be a really fun game, and I can't wait for this game at all. So let me know your top 10. Do you like where I place some of these? Do you want others higher? Do you want others lower? Just, give me your thoughts on my list. Give me your thoughts on, put your list down in the comments. So for now, though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace.